The silence after goodbye. Sometimes love doesn't end when you walk away. It ends in the silence that follows. In the quiet moments when you realize there's nothing left to say, and yet everything inside you still wants to speak. She left on a Tuesday. No arguments, no tears. Just a quiet look. The kind that says, "We both know this isn't working." And he nodded, because that's what strong people do. They nod, even when their hearts are breaking. For weeks he told himself it was fine. He buried himself in work, in noise, in distractions. But when night came and the world slowed down, he could still hear her laugh. He could still feel her presence. He could still taste the memory of what it felt like to be loved. That's the thing about love. You don't move on from it. You move forward with it. He thought he'd never fall again. That love was for younger hearts, for people who hadn't learned what heartbreak costs. He was done. Or at least he thought he was. She came into his life when he least expected it. Not like a spark, but like a sunrise. Slow, soft, honest. She didn't ask questions about his past. She didn't need explanations. She just smiled. The kind of smile that makes you forget you ever lost anything. At first, he resisted it. He told himself, "I can't do this again." He'd seen what love could do, how it builds, how it breaks. But love doesn't ask for permission. It just happens. They talked for hours, about small things, movies, coffee, the way rain sounds on a roof. And then about the big things, fear, trust, forgiveness. She didn't try to fill the space of what he'd lost. She helped him see that space differently. And one evening, while walking beside her, he caught himself smiling, really smiling, for the first time in years. And that's when it hit him. He whispered under his breath, almost afraid to say it out loud. "I'm in love again." The fear and the faith. Falling in love again is not easy. It's like learning to walk after you've been hurt. Every step feels uncertain. Every touch feels like a risk. He wanted to protect himself. He wanted to believe it could last, but what if it didn't? What if he ended up right back in that silence again? But she looked at him one night and said, "You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You just have to be present." And something in him broke open. He realized love wasn't about promises that last forever. It was about moments that make forever feel real. They argued sometimes. They misunderstood each other. But every time they came back, not because they had to, but because they wanted to. That's what real love is. Not the fairy tale, not the fantasy, but the courage to stay, to try, to begin again. I'm in love again. He wakes up one morning, sunlight on his face, and for the first time, he doesn't reach for his phone. He just breathes. She's next to him, asleep, and it hits him again. That quiet, beautiful truth. He's in love again, not just with her, but with life. With the idea that it's still possible to start over. No matter how many endings you've had, love didn't come to fix him. It came to remind him he was never broken. And now, when he looks at her, he doesn't see his past. He sees his peace. He's not afraid anymore, because even if it ends one day, he knows what love feels like again. And that's enough. Closing. Questions for the viewers. Tell me this, future Spark family. Have you ever fallen in love again after being broken? Did it scare you, or did it heal you? Do you believe love gets weaker with age, or wiser? And if you could tell your heart one thing right now, what would you say? Because maybe love isn't something we find. Maybe it's something we remember. Every time we whisper, "I'm in love again,"